Alrighty here, let's get started here. Jared Bynum here, grad transfer from the East Coast of Providence, Rhode Island. First of all, just talk about what's it been like being here at Stanford, coming from the East Coast.
It's been a great experience. My teammates, they've been treating me well ever since I got here. They embraced who I am. Coaches made the process easier for me to transition to the team, and I'm enjoying Stanford. The whole environment, from classes to the extra activities I can do out here in California and things like that. So I'm just enjoying myself and glad to be in a new environment.
What stands out to you about your new teammates and the culture here?
Well, first is like our versatility. I think we have a well-balanced team. From top to bottom, we have a lot of guys that can do different things. Also, a thing that stands out is the way we can shoot the ball this year. We have a lot of great shooters, so I'm looking forward to that.
You've made the NCAA tournament before, and this team's not been there in about a decade. What do you think you can take from that experience, in the leadership role in this team?
Yeah, just I was around some great leaders, some great teammates while I was there that help me, and I can help them get to the tournament. So I'm just taking what I learned, what it's like to win and how to win, and how to win the right way at the same time in order to get to the NCAA tournament. So just bringing my experience and what I learned and what I also can learn from these guys to put it all together to make a tournament now.
Just kind of talk about why you chose to come here. Obviously, there's a lot of different places you could have gone. Just kind of why did you choose Stanford?
Stanford always was a school since high school that was at the top of my list. Unfortunately, some things happened over the years that I couldn't, come to Stanford. But I'm glad I'm here now, and I just felt like the opportunity on and off the court, the chance to come in and play the point guard position for, a good team that we have here, and then also, off the court as well. The experience that I can have at Stanford, such as the connections, the schooling, being able to get my grad degree, all that tying into it, I feel like it's a perfect situation.
You've been to the tournament personally, but do you see some ingredients here that can be a team that gets there?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think we're a tough team. In order to make the tournament, you have to be a tough team. You also have to be able to shoot the ball. I feel like, we got a team that can, score in bunches and put up a lot of points. But I also think we have a good chance to be a pretty good defensive team as well. And I feel like that's the most important thing you have to have in order to make the tournament, is to be a well-rounded defensive team.
Maxime talked about the importance of 10 extra days in Europe. As you're integrating into a new team, what did those extra days mean to you?
That meant a lot, be able to be here in the summer, put some hard work in together with the rest of the guys, and then to be able to go on a foreign tour to, still embrace our chemistry and grow more as a team, and then playing against some outside competition against other guys together and put it all together what we worked on in the summers. It was a great opportunity I had, playing with some new teammates and playing on their new staff. Being able to do that and tie those things in together just made the transition even smoother.
Any favorite country you visited or stop you visited? What was kind of just internationally your highlight of that trip? Yeah.
I've never been to Europe before until this year, so France and Greece definitely at the top of my list. If I had to pick, I'd probably say I like Greece a little bit better. It's a little more laid back, cooler vibe. But I don't think I have a favorite so far, so we'll see moving forward.
Just how different is the system here in your role compared to what you played in the past?
Yeah, we play a lot faster. I think we were looking to shoot a little bit more threes. We learn on make or miss, so that's something that I wasn't used to playing in the Big East. The Big East was more of a slower, tougher, more stronger league, I feel like. But here, I feel like I'll be able to show more of my game, being able to go up and down a little bit more with a little bit more spacing on the court, with more shooters around me, being able to show my whole game instead of just a few things. So I'm excited about that.
Are there any other differences you see, moving out to the Pac-12, the way the game's played?
I think overall, I think it's just a little bit faster. I think, Big East defensively is probably the best conference, but, Pac-12, they play pretty good defense as well. And, just being able to go up and down the floor, you got to be in better shape. So that's one thing I, focused on this summer, is being in the best shape I can to, be able to keep up with the pace and, play even faster in the Pac-12.
As a point guard, just talk about what you've kind of seen from Cannon and what he could bring, and just kind of
Cannon?
Yeah, what have you seen as a guard? What have you seen from Cannon, Carlisle, and what you think he's going to bring? Your thoughts on his game?
Yeah, I think he's good. He's a great player. I think he's going to continue to become an even greater player. He has a lot of great potential. He's athletic. He's fun to play with. He can shoot the ball really well, and he's willing to learn. So whenever I can chime in and give him some things that I learned, and I'm learning from him as well. I learned from everybody on the court. So. Me and him, I think, us playing together, or me playing off him, or him playing off me, either way, I think we're going to be a good backcourt together.
You mentioned the three-point shooting on this team. How has that impacted your game? How much fun has it been to have maybe some guys to kick it out to?
Yeah, it's real fun, being able to get in the lane. That's something I pride myself on, is be able to get in the lane, break down the defense, and then when you got, 3 to 4 shooters around me, it just, makes my job easier, knowing if I kick it out, that's an easy assist, and, it's a great way to put up fast points on the board.
What do you think this team's ceiling is defensively?
Defensively, I think we could be, around like a top 50, top 25 defensive team in the country. If we really put it all together and, really buy into what the coaches are telling us and how they want us to guard and, just holding each other accountable to, stop our man, but to play team defense as 5 and not as one person. I feel like, we got a chance to be one of the top defenses.
Just what is the key to being an effective basketball player when you're one of the smaller guys in the court? Just talk about what is the key to getting up shots and scoring and creating and being effective as a smaller guy in a game of giants, so to speak.
Yeah. Being a small guy on the court, you just got to impact the game in different ways, especially on the defensive end. You don't want to be a defensive liability out there. Also, being a leader on the court as well. I feel like I demand a lot of high. What's the word? I'm sorry. I demand like a high. I don't know the word, but I pride myself in being a great leader, commanding my teammates and telling them where I need to be on the court and things like that. But I also pride myself in shooting the ball. I feel like you can't shoot the ball as a smaller guard, and there really isn't too many places you can be on the basketball court.
Cool. All right, thanks, Jared.